Hey everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Oh, of course, it's still going to do this to me. So thank you all for tuning in. Sorry about that. My phone is still doing the weird dimming out on me. But I have 15, I think it's 15. Let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 14. I was wrong. I have 14 reference books that I'm going to be offering today, each of which are going to be offer up items, which, I normally just do the flat prices at my regular sales, but I thought, what the heck, you know what? For everyone to have a chance to get a book that they want the most, I will, of course, offer it as such. I am going to be using my tablet to put in the start and stops. Of course, I'm going to watch it on my tablet just to be comparable with the lag there. It looks like there's even a bit of a lag on the comments too. So I see, yeah, because there's not even a comments aren't even showing up fully on here on StreamYard, which is weird. So I see we've got Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Amy. Hi, Karen. Hi, Melody. Hi, KP. Hi, Karen. And TextMex124. Welcome aboard and thank you for tuning in. I have no idea why the comments are not showing up. Oh, there it goes. I just had to refresh it. Hey, TextMex. Hi, Christina. Welcome aboard, everyone. Thanks for coming. So I hope you all had a good Thursday. I know I did. I drove Mom to the airport this morning. She went down to Florida to help my aunt house sit from my cousin's house while they are on a cruise. So you won't be seeing her tonight, unfortunately, but that's okay. I'm going to take care of everything here. Again, just so you all know, I am going to be putting start and stops on my tablet. That way it is easier for me to pay attention to the lag and everything. So like I said, I have 14 books that I want to offer you all tonight. Everything is going to be an offer up. So if you see something that you like, make sure you put in your claims. Yeah, right. She's going to be in 70-degree Florida with this freezing cold weather. So I'm excited to let's see if I can put my phone on do not disturb mode. I wonder if that's an option. There we go. Yep, I have a do not disturb mode on. Perfect. Fantastic. So yes, so Mom is going to be enjoying some fun days down in Florida, hanging with my aunt and just playing catch up from the last year. Because she went down there last February, so it's been a year since she's seen her last. With how cold it's been. Hi, Linda. How are you tonight? I wouldn't mind being in warmer weather, but you know what? Next week it's supposed to be in the high 40s. So I'm not complaining because it is freezing here in Maryland. Thankfully, the snow that was supposed to hit did not come up our way. It hit mainly southern Maryland, like I don't know if it's like the Eastern Shore, not probably not, but we didn't get it, thankfully. Hey, Marty, how are you? So if there's So I do want to, Lord, I'm already losing my trains of thought here. They're going down the they're going down the trail or the track faster than I can talk. So anything that anybody claims sent, hi Dodie. Right after the show, I'm literally just gonna throw it in. What did I do with them? So I'm gonna throw them in these right here. Oh, it's 62 degrees in Sarasota. Wow. Today was in the 20s after several days of sub-zero and single-digit temps. Felt like spring. I bet. I bet. So I am gonna do invoices like right after the show because it's just gonna be easy. I'm gonna throw the books, not literally throw, but place the books in these flexible mailers, which I didn't know that Walmart sold until I went. And these were a really good price. Hi, Karen Chase. How are you? So I was looking around just to see if they had any of these because, oh, 80 and sunny sounds wonderful right now. Because I had, I think it was maybe last year, the year before that, eBay had a new global shipping program and they had sent out a whole bunch of shipping material to like random people. And I was one of the recipients and I got a ton of like poly mailers and a couple of envelopes and such, but I didn't have any of these. So the Duck brand was more. I think they were like $8 or something like that, or $9 for X amount. But these peel and stick flexible mailers, you get 25 of them for about $6, so $5.98. So if you need these, even if you're not a seller and you need these to ship clothes or whatever you can, and you don't want to throw it in a box and make the shipping price a little higher, these would be great for you. I know you could probably shove a thick sweatshirt in here, or heck, even books if you need to send a book to somebody. These are great to have, and they are in the Walmart shipping area. So apparently, there is. I think what Walmart did is like, I think in the middle of last year, like around summertime, a lot of the stores. Hi, Sherry. Moved a lot of their shipping and moving supply stuff. It's usually over in the office supply area. So they moved like all the bigger bubble wrap and the bigger boxes, at least at my local Walmart here. They moved all of that stuff over into the paint and hardware area. So the really large rolls of shrink wrap that I like to use are now over in that department. And then they kept the boxes, like the smaller, like the 12 by 8 by 10s and the 11 by 7 by 5s and 6 by 6 by 6s in the office supply area. But they moved all the big moving boxes, which, by the way, are not the best moving boxes in my opinion, over into that department along with the larger shrink wrap. So I have to go to 2 different places in the store to get what I need when I need it. But like I said, I am thrilled to be able to purchase these for a good price, so that way I'm not out a ton of money. So if you all watched my video from, it was sometime within the last couple of weeks when I just went to the, oh, I just lost my train of thought again. So one of the stores that I went to out in Virginia, it's called Shenandoah Valley. I think it's the Shenandoah Valley Flea. No, Country Road Antiques is what it's called, but it's like a flea market and antique store. And there was a whole shelf of reference books there, and they just had a whole bunch of good ones that I know you all would like. Oh, they didn't. Okay, yeah. I guess it just depends on Walmarts all around the country. I guess they do certain things differently. But yeah, I was at one of the stores out in Virginia, which I want to go back up to and check out. They had a whole shelf just full of different reference books, and depending on what was there, like I like color better than black and white. And I know that Karen Williams says that the some of the books, even though they're black and white, have more information about certain things. So it just depends on what it is. there are people who collect certain things, like they collect Hall china, they collect glass shoes or toothpick holders, certain things that are just like, it's a niche book, like something that I know that someone's out there looking for, or they have something that they don't know who made it, be it through eBay or something, and they just want to get a better idea of who could have made it, or if they've collected for years and they've never had the book for said set of items. So I'm hoping that everyone will enjoy the books that I have. Again, it's all going to be offer ups tonight. I think if I do the themed sales here on my channel, we will, of course, do all offer ups. That way everyone gets, yeah, Newmarket. That's right. In Newmarket, Virginia. If anyone's ever been there, it's great. It's a big mishmash of everything. So yeah, it's like on the way to, it's like not far away from Strasbourg and from Winchester. So I can't unfortunately do Winchester and Strasbourg and Woodstock all at once, because the stores that I go to, I kind of take my time and look at everything and make sure that what I buy is worth, picking up, or something that I think someone would purchase from you all, or from my sale to you all. If anybody is new here, make sure you thumb the video up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's always greatly appreciated. I will be having my regularly scheduled live sale on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, so you don't want to miss that. And I have been trying to get caught up with all of my haul videos and things that I've acquired in 2024. I'm slowly but surely getting towards the end of all my stuff from 2024, and then I can just start showcasing all the stuff that I got in 2025. Also, if you follow me on eBay, I just, within the last, I would say 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, upgraded my subscription from the basic store level, or the starter store level, to the basic store level, I think is what it was. And from, instead of paying $4.95 a month, it went up to $21.95 a month. But because I've been doing really well in listing items, I think I get about 1,000 free listings per month instead of the 250. And my reasoning for doing that is because when I go over my 250 item limit, I have to pay a 30-cent insertion fee. And with the way I've been doing listings lately, I have, been hitting the 250 mark, and then I would slowly but surely start paying the 30 cents, and it would be taken out of my payouts. And I didn't want to do that. So what's nice about this new subscription and new bump in my store level is that I won't be listing 1,000 items a month, but it's nice to have, and I know I won't have to worry about paying those 30-cent fees. So I felt the $22 a month was worth it for that matter, because I can list and list and list and list and pretty much never hit 1,000 listings in a month. That just doesn't happen for me, but at least it'll motivate me to want to continue listing items as I get it. Hey, Celeste with an S, how are you? And thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. So it's going to just help me out tremendously, and I'm going to be able to really, sorry, got to do that. Help me out with everything, and I'm going to be able to add more stuff to the store quickly. Anything that I buy from a thrift store, I don't really do the thrift hauls anymore, because I acquire really fast with the thrifts. So now I'm just going to be focusing on listing the items from the thrift stores. And then, of course, I'll still do the antique store hauls, so that way you all can see that there are still good deals you can find in consignment places. But it's a shift, and it's a good shift, and I'm glad I made that decision to do so, because it's going to really help me out in the long run, and I'll be able to do a lot more with my eBay store than I was in the past. Yes, it does. And thank you, Patty. Welcome aboard. Thanks for tuning in. So we will just wait up. Well, it's about 15 minutes in. Hi, Elaine. Do I have an Esco Easter in my eBay store right now? I might. You know what? I've got 500 things listed right now. I could go downstairs right now and just look at everything. I'm not sure if I have something that's UNESCO Easter right now. Maybe I do. It's been a minute. Okay, so if anybody is new here and would like to make claims tonight, welcome aboard and thank you. I believe I have a pinned comment at the top of the comment section. So that way, if you are interested in anything or want to make a offer tonight on an item, reference books for collectors. Yes, so it's going to be just like this, Patty. It's going to be like books on like Hall China and things like that. So anything for. I'll have to look at that because like I said, I have over 500 items listed. I'll have to go on there and see. But yes, so it's going to be a reference book sale of all like, like glass toothpick holders, Hall China, things like that. So if you have not made any claims for me before in the past, like I mentioned, my email and everything is in a pinned comment at the top. So if you're new and you would like to make any claims tonight, all you have to do is copy my email into yours and just send me your information. I'll need your name, your YouTube name if it is different from the name you use, or if your real name is different from your YouTube name, your PayPal email, and your shipping address. So if anybody is just popping in right after the sale is over, I am going to be doing the invoices. Oh, no problem, Patty. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. So, yes. I already lost my train of thought here. Yes, so if you haven't purchased from me before, just make sure you include that information in your email that you sent. Bye, Patty. Take care. And I will be working on invoices directly after the show is over because all I have to do is put them in those sleeves and weigh them. And if I receive payment right away, they go out the door tomorrow. And I didn't want to do combined shipping because boxes or books make boxes heavy, and I can't do a combined order of media mail if I throw like a figurine in the box, unfortunately. So this will be separately shipped from my sale on Saturday. So I do ship from Maryland on the East Coast, and I use Pirate Ship to get the best shipping price possible for everyone here. If you are in California, Texas, or up in Canada, shipping can be kind of expensive. So just be mindful of that. I am only shipping books tonight, but that's just a normal part of my spiel. So what I'm going to do is, so the first item, of course, is going to be a book on Hall China. Excuse me. All right. So the book is in good condition. Hall China, and this is the 3rd edition by Margaret and Ken Whitmire. So I am going to go ahead and put in the start price. All the books tonight are starting at $10. And it's in good condition. I don't see any damage to it whatsoever. Hi, Jam. Well, thank you for getting us started off tonight. So we got linens here. We've got... It just goes over basically all the different patterns. Like I see this pattern a lot in antique stores, the red poppy pattern. And then there's some other ones. Ooh, I like this one. This is cool. You got modern teapots. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It's got a whole bunch of really good stuff in here. And again, all of these books are going to go media mail. So if you buy multiple books, they go in the same box or bag and they'll be shipped out. Hi, Jackie. How are you tonight? So these ones are cool. These are the Nautilus teapots. So they look like seashells. That's a cool one. I've never seen that before. And like I said, this book, I mean, it doesn't even really look like it's ever been toyed. Well, maybe a little bit of wrinkling to some of the pages, but look at those teapots. Those are cool. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at a couple more pages in here, and then we will go right ahead and start the countdown. if I just showed that. How is it that I'm hungry? I just had Burger King not that long ago. Oh, this is a cool line. The eggshell buffet service. Very, very cool. Alrighty, so I don't give away too much more in this book. We're gonna go ahead. Let me just type this in real quick. So if you're interested in this book, just please make sure you put in your best offer from the $11 offer we have right now from Miss Elaine Marie. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. So I'm just watching the all right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh it, make sure nothing else popped up. Okay. So I see Miss Elaine Marie for $11 on that. Thank you very much. Just write you down real quick. Congrats and thank you very much. All right. So I don't know if this one, let me go ahead and put the start in. So this one is about Bauer Pottery. I don't know that this is necessarily a reference book. I think this just goes over like the history and things like that, from what I understand. So it's not really like a price guide or anything. It just goes over, oh, well, it kind of shows some stuff. Let me go ahead and put the 10 in first, and then we'll go over it. So this is a smaller book. It's not one of the larger ones. But it goes over the history of the company, and it shows a bunch of other things. So it shows like matte green artware, and then it goes over, let me see if I can find some other, I think it just shows different stuff in here. Like we've got all this pottery in here. I like this one. This is just a picture of somebody's living room with all the different pottery collections in it. This one was done by Mitch Tuckman, and the photographs are by Peter Brenner. And it's a hardback book, and so was the Hall China one. Oh, look at this one. This is a great page. I wonder if this is in someone's house. That's a great page right there. Let's see if I can show one other page with some stuff in it. So this one, Paul Preston and Tim Lukaszewski, Monterey Modern Dinnerware. All right, so I don't see any claims for this one, which is okay. We will come back to anything that doesn't sell tonight. So we're gonna put a pass in for this one. All right, so I will set this one right here so I know we can come back to it. All right. So let's go ahead and put in another start here. So the next book that we are going to be, or I'm offering tonight, is Glass Shoes. Collectible Glass Shoes, Identification and Value Guide. By Earlene Wheatley. And let's see if we can. So this is from, let me see what year this is from. This one is from the year 1998. It says copyright 1996, but it was updated in 1998. So let me go ahead and pull up some really cool images of some of the shoes that are in here. So this one is a paperback book. Let's see. Oh, this is a cool one right here. It's called a spatter book. Absolutely, you're right, Elaine, for sure. But they're still good to identify items. The prices for this stuff, of course, are very dated. Either it's way less than what's quoted in here. Because don't forget, these were kind of in like the infancy of the internet. So a lot of things weren't really like on there like they are now. Let's see what else we've got in here. Got the little porcelain shoes. Yep, absolutely. So there's always somebody out there that's looking to start collecting something that they see a lot of in thrifts or antique malls. See if there's any other cool pages we can look at real quick here. Looks like all kinds of companies made them. Let's show one more page, and if nobody's interested in this, we can go ahead and move on to the next book. Okay, so I'm not seeing any interest in the glass shoes book, so we will go ahead and pass on this, and we will move on to the next one. Oh, no, that was... Okay. So the next book up for grabs is the Yellowware book. And this is book one from 2003. And it is in really good condition. I wouldn't have bought these if they were rough. But if you collect Yellowware, this would be a phenomenal book for you to have. I'm loving the that salt box right there up at the top. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Oh, look at some of these. These are cool. Okay. So here's the front cover again. And I don't see... Oh, is it really? I've had this one before. I know some things are popular in different parts of the US. So I don't see any claims for this. So we'll go ahead and pass on that one. All right, this one I think is really cool. So we'll go ahead and pop this one. We'll do another start. So this one is for Collectible Cats, and it's book 2 by Marbina Jean Fike. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's glass cats, there's kitchenware, there's like here's a whole page dedicated to just glass cats. All right, Elaine's at 10. Thank you very much. Let's do some other stuff. Like there's cat pin cushions and cat ring holders and bells and all kinds of stuff. And there's cat postcards. And again, they're in pretty good condition. There is a little nick in the corner on this one, but that's crazy that they would destroy them. Like, why wouldn't they just preserve them or put them in a museum or something? Look at the cats with the playing with the decks of cards. I think they're trying to build a house of cards. That's cute. Or destroy it, one of the two. Oh, we've got Stife. So this is a cat book for pretty much anyone who collects all cat stuff. Oh, they were melted down at some point. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we will go ahead and do the countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. And my tablet is really falling behind here. Okay, let me just make sure nobody else came in. All right, Elaine Marie, that one is yours for 10. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right, let me go ahead and put in the start. Next up, we have Carnival Glass, the 6th edition. And this was done by Bill Edwards and Mike Carwile. And again, this one, it's in pretty good shape. It's got a bit of a smell to it, like, a little bit of like a musty smell from age. But I know I've definitely had one of these vases before, the Fine Rib by Northwood. And I see Karen K has us started off at $10, so thank you very much. Let's go ahead and pull some other pieces. Show a few other pages. What I like about this is that it shows the pattern name and like a picture of what it looks like, which to me is very helpful because that means I can say, oh, that's really what that is. So we've got Pebble and Fan. Let's see what else we've got here. Little, well, I hope you don't spill anything on you, Sherry. But yeah, very cool book. Well, I like this one. The Three Fruits. We have Justine at 11. Thank you. Love that one. Yeah, please don't spill it on the tablet. I can't even begin to tell you how many things I've spilled on my devices. Thankfully, they're in protective cases. So I don't want to give too much away in said book, but we'll go ahead and show a few more pages, and then we will we'll continue on. Cherry Chain by Fenton. Fantastic. Believe it or not, a few months, actually, it was probably more like mid last year, I was in Goodwill and they had one of it was like an orange, it was something orange. It was cobalt iridescent. And it was like an orange leaf pattern. I have it downstairs. I think the store put it out for like $4 or $5, which seems kind of high for just like a small little punch cup. But I didn't want to risk it sitting there and getting broken, so I went ahead and bought it for the $5. And I think the book said it was, or from what I did my research, it was from like 1911. So I really couldn't leave it. All right. So we will go ahead. Let me type in my sold here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do the countdown. Oh, that's just tape residue. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. Oh, Lord. Me in 1919? I don't know. All right. And it looks like that goes to Karen K for 25. Thank you, Karen, so much. Go ahead and write you down for that. Okay. Thank you. All right. So this one has been sold. All right, let me go ahead. We'll do this one. So next one up is for Roseville. This is the Collector's Encyclopedia of Roseville Pottery. And this one was written by Sharon and Bob Huxford. This is the first series. And inside of it, it looks like it comes with some paper material. Two packets of different, I guess, descriptions of certain patterns. Like, for example, the first one in here is opaque enamel from 1900, pots with opaque glass in plain yellow, green, and rose. So this is just a description of some of the glass patterns on what to look out for. Those came with the book when I found it. But here's the book. Ginger starts us off at $10. Thank you so much. So like right off the get-go, when you open it up after a few pages, you get a page just like this. Look at these. How great would these be for springtime? And again, the book is in really good shape. I don't see any rips or anything. Oh, look, plates. Oh, they did put Futura in here. So here's not the exact one that I have, but an example of what the Futura line of Roseville looks like. So this really does detail all the different types of Roseville that you can find. I love the shape of this basket right here. This blue one that my finger's right near. That would be a really cool piece to find. Then again, I was stunned to find that piece of Futura at that one store last week. Couldn't believe that. All right, so, and what's nice about this book is it's got the picture here, and then it's got the description. So this case is Bushberry, 1948. And then it shows you what the items look like on the side. So I don't give away too much. We will go ahead and we will count this book down. So if you're interested, get your bids in there. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. All right, so we'll go ahead and I just refreshed my tablet here. So that goes to Ginger for 22. Thank you, Ginger. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and put my start in for the next one. So the next one up is for Decorative American Pottery and Whiteware. And this one was done by Jeannie Clam Wilby. So it's pottery and whiteware. So you've got like we got wall plates with animals and some scenery and all kinds of different portrait plates in here. So here's portrait plates with Martha Washington and Mrs. Roosevelt. You're able to see that. And it's even got markings on different plates, like plate marks to tell you all about it. Right there. Let's see what else they have in here. This looks like flow blue. Yeah, it is flow blue. There's a portrait plate with flow blue right there. I don't want to give away too much more. Yep, pottery and whiteware. That's the beauty of being in the collecting world, is you're always learning something. And there's so much of this cool stuff out there. So at least this book kind of gives you an idea of what to look for. I like this one with the dog. Ooh, right here. Because I'm always learning. I'm learning from you all. I'm learning as I go with things. It's just, I guess we can show one more page and then we will go ahead and do the countdown. Oh, look at this one. That would be a really cool one to find for springtime, don't you think, with the falls? I want to say that's Niagara Falls. Me too. I love going to antique shops and thrift stores and flea markets because you just never know what you're going to find, both new and old. I should probably note there's a little bit of roughage on the top here, but that's okay. So I'm not seeing any interest in this one, so we will go ahead. We'll pass on that. Push comes to shove, I will just save these for my regularly scheduled sales. Maybe like in a couple weeks, I'll bring them back if anybody is not or is not interested in the sale, which is perfectly okay. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll start the next one. Bazooka Joe comics as a kid. I guarantee you there's a book out there for that. There has to be. So next book up is for glass toothpick holders. This is the second edition. And this one was done by Nyla, and Tom Braidhoft, and Joe and Bob Sanford. So this one's got all the different kinds of glass toothpick holders. Let's go ahead and open it up and look at some of these. So they go over all the different glass companies. They got Beaumont Glass, Bel Air Goblet Company. I mean, it really just, and it goes over a little bit of the history of the Bel Air Goblet Company. Because you can find, like, I find a lot of like EAPG and, a lot of clear glass that clear, no pun intended, clearly has age to it in a lot of my thrift stores. So look at that one right there. The blue and the green with the gold painted on it. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. We've got Hobbs and Bruckner. Let's see what else I can find in here. We've got the Northwood Glassworks. Here's one for Westmoreland. All right. Hi, Frida. How are you tonight? Good to see you. So I don't give too much more away for this book. We will go ahead and we will pass on it. Okay, you're going to officially be moved because I don't want to have to keep picking you up. All right. Oh, you're welcome. I'm sorry it's taking so long. Post office is just really messed up with this winter weather and shortages and everything. All right. Next book, Majolica. A whole book of Majolica. Or as I like to jokingly call it, Majolica. And again, like I said, these books are pretty crisp. When I open it up, you know how a new book will just sound like it hasn't been opened, like the spine makes that distinctive like crunch noise. And there's all kinds of different pieces of Majolica out there. That would be funny, wouldn't it? A book on collecting reference books. We got Karen K starting us off at 10. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the countdown. Oh, of course, just as my phone decides it wants to dim. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. What's up, Shether? Okay. All right, so Karen K, that one comes to you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Next one up is going to be the Collector's Encyclopedia of Depression Glass it's the 14th edition. A little bit of issues right there at the bottom of the spine. But if you are just starting out on depression glass collecting, this would be a fantastic book for you to have. And again, this one doesn't seem like it is. It looks pretty clean to me. Look at all that. That's the Laurel set. It looks like a child's tea set, doesn't it? All right, Frida, thank you. Yep, Lincoln Inn Fenton Glass Company in the late 20s. So we'll go ahead and we will show some other sets here. I actually have a set of the grill plates, the Normandy grill plates. And that was by Federal Glass Company. I like this set. It's called Banded Rings by Anchor Hawking. I have a few pieces of that too. Although that looks kind of different than what I have downstairs. because that's Hawking glass. Well, it's the same thing as Anchor Hawking. But there is a, I think there's two different sets of that kind of pattern, I think, or no, what was that one called again? That one wasn't called banded rings, was it? Yeah, it probably was. Because they made another one that was like multicolored rings, like colored rings, but it was, I think, painted on. Honestly, Sherry, I have no idea why they call them grill plates. I know that steak plates that are almost like in the shape of a leaf are to catch the juice, like the little, not cut, but like it's almost makes it look like the stems of the leaf catch the juice from the steak when you cut it. But yeah, maybe that's not what banded rings are, but it's similar to something that I had. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm always learning. Okay. So we will go ahead and we'll count this down. Let me just go ahead and type it in on my tablet here. All right. Possibly two, yes. All right. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. All right. So we are. All right, so we're going to go ahead and refresh that and make sure everything is correct. All right, and it looks like Frida gets that for 16. Thank you. All right, depression glass. All right, so that would be Frida for 16. Yep, it'll be media mail, Frida, for sure. Yep, and all these books are going to go media mail because I don't want them. If I did a combined order with my stuff for my sales Saturday, I wouldn't be able to send it media. All right, so next one up. We have kitchen glassware from the Depression. We have the 5th edition. This is from 1999. You're welcome. And again, it doesn't look like it's ever been opened. I mean, it very well could have been. But it gives you all of the glass company names and patterns and such. Like Payden City, you've got Cambridge. I like books like this because it is very much, or at least I think, is very helpful in identifying things that you've had or that you see in antique stores. Because, sometimes when you go to antique stores, people just put, old glass or depression glass. They don't really know what they have. Or somebody may label it as something that it isn't. So it's good to have books like this on hand. Hi, Poodle. How are you? Always good to have a reference book on hand. I've got a whole shelf full of different ones. Some of them from this particular store I kept for myself because I thought they would be good to have. I actually have this book already, so this is a good one to have. Let's see what else we have in here. I love these. See that blue stack right there as I zoom in underneath the salt and pepper shakers? I would love to find those. That's awesome. Let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, look at all the spoons. The glass spoons. I believe it or not, I was selling, I think it was called a mayonnaise set by Cambridge. And this was, I think, the last time I was up by Scott. And at one of the shops we went to, I think it was the day after, or maybe it was the day before the sale. Maybe it was after. Anyway, so we were in a shop and I had found a clear glass spoon. So the person who bought the Cambridge mayonnaise set from me, I just went ahead and threw it in with the set. That way someone had it and they didn't have to worry about looking for it because I got it for like nothing. So I was like, that worked out perfectly. Okay. So we will go ahead and we're going to count this one down. So if there's anybody who is interested or else who is interested in this, make sure you put your claims in. Otherwise, we are going to do the countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hit. Okay, it looks like that goes to Ginger for 20. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'll keep my eyes peeled for you, Lena. Like I said, I'm always looking when I'm out there for stuff. All right. So next up is glassware from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. This is the 6th edition, an illustrated value guide. Oh, there goes my screen dimming on me again. And this one was done by Jean Florence. So let's go ahead and open this one up and see what's in here. Ooh, look at this stuff. English Hobnail by Westmoreland is what I opened right up to. You know, Ginger, I'm always learning about stuff. It's, I didn't really start getting into glassware until I was, oh, thank you, KP. I didn't really start buying the glassware and like looking at it more until recently, or like in the last 5 years. Nowadays, beforehand, when I go into antique stores, it's like, oh, look at all the glassware and just like pass it up. But now that I see that a lot of people out there collect it, and I even have some pieces myself. I mean, you can see some back there, right behind me. I have a whole glass section or shelf in my bedroom with all my swung bases and some of my other glass pieces. So I've started collecting some myself. So these books can sometimes really help you learn. And I'm even picking glass up at the thrift stores now that otherwise I would just pass up. So this book is full of, oh, look at all this cobalt. I would love to find these. So I see Poodle in at 15. Look at that set right there. It does for sure, Frida. You're absolutely right. Oh, here's some Westmoreland. I actually found a piece like this right here. And I thought it was actually Mary Gregory, but when I did the research on it, it was actually a Westmoreland piece, but it was Mary Gregory styled. I don't know if Mary Gregory was still made into the 70s. I could be very wrong about that. Because it's one of these ones down here, the plates. And I guess it looks like they were sold in a series of 4. So maybe they just remade some of them. All right, let's see what else we have in here. I don't want to give too much away. Oh, so here is Sandwich Crystal. I think Scott actually picked up a couple pieces of this while he was here in green because he said it was harder to find. I could be, like I said, I could be very wrong. I was just exhausted from all the driving and everything, because as much as I love to thrift, it does wear you out between shopping, running around all the different stores and everything. It can definitely be overwhelming at times. And then you've got the grape leaves pattern and such. All right. So I don't want to show any more of this, so we can go ahead and move on because I want you all to be surprised as to what's in here. So we will go ahead and count this down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. Yeah, I don't do very well with traffic either. I don't know what the heck was going on. Okay. So it looks like Sherry gets that for 16. Thank you, Sherry. That is yours. All right. Yeah, so literally within the last 24 hours, I have seen probably 3 or 4 accidents on the highway or on my back roads. It's just been crazy. So long story short, yesterday I had another markdowns day, and I had to be at the store at 7 in the morning. So I usually leave the house at 6:30, just in events such as this, because the store by highway is like I can get there in 5 minutes. But I was wondering what all the holdup was. And again, long story short, we have a firehouse because my house is kind of like it borders the main part of town, and then we have like smaller little towns within the main town. And I saw the fire truck lights were on, and usually they have them on when they are pulling back into the station. So I saw them pulling. I didn't think anything of it, and I just was kept on driving. And I get ready to go on the highway, and I see they're coming up my way, and I'm thinking, well, this is odd. What's going on here? And come to find out, there's a whole bunch of traffic. I don't know what's going on, and apparently, an ambulance, a squad car, and a fire truck are heading towards the accident scene. And of course, there's cops and other emergency personnel directing traffic, so that way everybody can get through and get to their destination. And I guess somebody had rear-ended another car, or something happened, like a small little collision. And this person's front car was like crushed, and the front bumper was off, and it was awful. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. And yeah, it was crazy. And then I was calling the store, trying to let them know that I was going to be late, possibly because of it. And it just, yeah. And then today, on my way to my therapy appointment, there was a whole bunch of traffic too. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And apparently somebody had come out from a one-way street and I guess didn't look, and they smashed right into somebody else, causing all this traffic delays. And I thought I was going to be late for my appointment because of it. I'm just thinking, what is going on with people? I have no idea what's going on. I think people are just getting impatient with the cold weather, and they're just not thinking clearly. But yeah, that's my rant for the day. Okay. So my last book that I'm offering tonight. Well, thank you, Poodle. I try to be very, very careful when I am driving. I try to stay as far away from other people as possible. They do. It's a very fast-paced society nowadays, as opposed to years past. It's ridiculously crazy, but that's why I stay away. I stay as far back as possible from people nowadays when I'm driving, if I can help it, of course. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start this one off at $10. So this one is Vernon Kilns. Yep, it's for the Vernon Kilns book, second edition. This one was done by Maxine Feek Nelson. Yeah, I can't do defensive driving. It just drives me nuts. No pun intended. Drives me nuts. But there's some really cool stuff in here. Like I think this is the first time I'm literally just opening this myself, and look what I open up to. I think they've forgotten how to drive for sure. You're right, Karen. Look at that. Head with hair. This was only $8 in 1937 and 1938. Isn't that amazing? I wouldn't mind finding that. I love figural stuff like that. So if I can find it at good prices, I will of course pick it up. Were they really? Well, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if Vernon Kilns, I wonder if they made Vernon ware. I guarantee you they do, and it's in here. So these look like floral plates. Isn't that awesome? Let's go ahead and open up some other pieces here. Infinity Vintage and More is at $12. Well, thank you very much. Right, it's not you have to worry about, it's everyone else. That's what my dad always said. Yeah, they did. They did make the Vernon ware because I've had a picture like that before. Right there with the handle. And again, this book looks to be pretty crisp. Oh, yep, there it goes again. This is the one that I had. I think it was mixed with a little bit of green. Unfortunately, when I bought it, I didn't realize that it had a crack in it. I was so mad when I do stuff like that. Part of the problem is I'm a very impulsive buyer, and if I see something interesting, be it at an indoor flea market or at a thrift store, I just grab it and then I look it up later. If it's a thrift store, of course, because that's more of an impulsive nature than an indoor flea market or an antique mall. So with the flea markets, like indoor ones, like where people set booths up and then they're not there to gather the money, you can pay for it all at once. I can at least take my time and look things up because it doesn't feel so impulsive. I think that's one of the reasons why I gravitate more towards the indoor flea markets or like the peddlers malls and such, because if I see something interesting, I can grab it, I can look it up, and if it's not worth my time to buy, I can leave it unless I want it for myself. Yeah, the plaid style I've seen a few times in antique malls and everything. And then here's some figurines. I'm rambling, y'all, and I'm sorry. Oh, I like this pelican. Or no, that's not a pelican. That's a toucan. I love that toucan. That's cool. And he's a planter. It looks like hand painted and solid colors were different prices back then, $750 and $500. But mind you, this book is from, what year is this book? This is from 2004. So this is about, 21 years old now? But the book is still very good to reference things. Let me go ahead and just flip through a few more pages. Oh, look at this page with the ads. How cool is that? Yeah, because I don't want to give too much away. I want y'all to be surprised when you get the books. But that is a fantastic page. Oh, do you really, Karen? That's awesome. Do you go to a lot of the thrift stores up your way, Karen? Because I remember years ago, when I would visit my grandparents who lived up your way, they had a Goodwill, I think a really big one from where they were at. And of course, I wasn't really into thrifting as much as I am now back then, but I would love to go back up that way because it seems like Wisconsin Goodwill prices are good. I mean, granted, ours are good here too, but I've just seen so many people have good luck at the Wisconsin stores. Well, thank you. I try to keep everyone in mind of who collects what and what people are looking for, because I'm somebody that if I know it's something that people would want just to learn stuff, I will grab it if it's a good price, because I want you all to get it for a good price too. All right, so let's go ahead And, oh, not start. Let me go ahead and put my sold in. So we will go ahead and we'll count this down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. Okay. All right. Elaine, for $16. Thank you. I'll keep my eyes peeled too for a California pottery book. Okay. All right. So that was the last book for the sale. I do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 books left that did not sell the first go around. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and based on the order of the books that I have left, we'll just start it again. So if there's anybody here who would be interested in those or did not see them when they were here the first go around, we'll go ahead and start them again. All right, so the last round of items that did not sell, I've got the Bauer Classic American Pottery book. This was done by Mitch Tuckman, and the photographs were by Peter Brenner. Very nice, colorful book. I'll go ahead and open it up again so I can show you all some of the stuff in here. So here is the bisque, looks like the bisque colored stuff, or maybe this is just bisque pottery. All right, so what else do we have in here? I love this. If I could find a whole bunch of the same pottery in different colors, I would totally do that because look at how cool that looks with all the multicolor together on one shelf. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely. Yeah, it's most definitely a great coffee table book. Yeah, so I guess this is more of like a coffee table book than it is a reference book, but still a really neat piece to look at and learn about the history and such. All right, so I see Infinity Vintage and More for 10. Thank you so much. It does look like Fiesta, doesn't it? So we'll go ahead and count this one down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Wait for my lag. Okay. So Infinity, More, and Vintage. Well, thank you very much. That is yours for $10. Let me go ahead and write you in. All right. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if you've bought from me before. Let me go ahead and put my email in for you. So if you would please send me your information, I would greatly appreciate it so I can get you this awesome book on Bauer Pottery. All right. Oh, we're going to go in order here. So let me grab the next one. All right, so we'll go ahead and start this one again. All right, next one. Fantastic. Thank you. Next one up from the first round that did not sell is collectible glass shoes. This was made or done by Erlene Wheatley. And it's got a whole bunch of different shoes in here, from porcelain shoes to glass shoes like the Fenton slippers. I actually have one of these in opalescent blue. That's probably one of my favorite colors of Fenton. Also, that looks like a smoky colored blue. I wouldn't mind finding that one too. But the rollerblades, the daisy and button shoes, they got Kanawha, which I've had. So many glass companies made shoes back in the day. Shoes, slippers, these boots. So many different shoes out there for folks to collect. And this is a paperback book. So this would be a cool one for anybody who collects the glass shoes. So I don't see any interest in this one, so we can pass on that. All right. All right, so what was next? Okay. All right, next one up. That didn't sell the first round is Yellow Ware. And this one was done by Lisa McAllister and John Michell. And this one's just got a whole bunch of different style of yellowware. All right. I love the mixing bowl set. That's kind of cool. Stack. Okay. Just show one more page here and then we will move on. That's a cool design with the rings on it. I like that one right there. I bet you that's got a really fun texture to it. Okay. So we will go ahead and pass on this. All right. So what's the next one that didn't sell after that? Okay. All right, next one up that didn't sell is the Decorative American Pottery and Whiteware. Oh, you did Infinity More? I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Must have jumped on me. I'm so sorry. All right, Infinity More, that is yours for 10. Thank you. That one is yours. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I missed it. Gotcha. All righty. So back to the Decorative American Pottery and Whiteware. So we'll go ahead and open this one up again. I'll see if I can find some different pages for you all. Ooh, look at that. Look at this pink and white piece right here. Hey, Barbecue with Neil, how are you? Look at that one. Get up a little closer. There's a face on the picture itself and then on the handle. Isn't that amazing? Let's see what else we have in here that we can look at. Oh, that's a cool one. I just looked past by it. Where is it? Ah, look at that one. That's awesome. So let's see what else we got. I don't want to give too much more away. I want there to be something for y'all to be able to look at. Did I show this page with the I think I did with the flow blue. Oh, that's a cool piece. Did I just miss it? Oh, there's one with watermelon on it. That's cool. The portrait vases are very cool. I love finding them. I like images like that because it kind of just gives you an idea of what the style was for folks back then. All right, so that is that one. So I don't see any claims for that one, but we will pass. These ones did. No, glass shoes did not. Neither did Yellowware did. That's right, because Infinity Moore got that one. Okay. So, oh, Heidi, I'll let you take that for 10. That's good. Thank you so much. Heidi, that is yours. And that was for the pottery and whiteware. Thank you so much, Heidi. That's yours. Okay. All right. So the last book that did not sell is Glass Toothpick Holder. So let me go ahead and put my start in again. Oh, that's okay. No worries. All right. This is a cool one right here. Colonial Lean Queen. All right, so Poodle has it for 17. Thanks, Poodle. Okay. There are so many cool toothpick holders out there. Believe me, I've got a couple of them myself that I'm like, I don't want to let it go because it's just so cool looking. I love that. That is a cool one. This is Mount Washington Glass Company. Look at that Amberina piece right there. Look at that. They call that rose amber. That's stunning. Glossy Burmese with diamond quilting. Looks like originally in whatever year this was from, was valued at $2,500 up. It was the peach blow with the blue dot. It would be worth $5,500. That would be amazing to find. I mean, there's so many things that I'm like, if I see this, I'm buying it. But other days, I'm just like, you know what? If I stumble upon it, great. If I don't, that's one of my things is I don't like going into antique stores or thrift stores or flea markets with any expectations. Because if you go in with expectations, you disappoint yourself. I think it's important to go into any place that you frequent, be it Goodwill or your antique malls, your flea markets, with an open mind, because that's when you find stuff that you have in the back of your mind that you weren't even thinking about. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've gone to those places and I find something that I've been looking for a while. But the thing is, I wasn't going in there anticipating on finding it. It's always that thrill when you find something you've been looking for, but you don't go into a store with the expectations. Right? All right, so we will go ahead and count this down for folks so I don't continue rambling. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sold. That's not how you spell sold. All right, so we're going to go ahead and refresh that and make sure nothing else popped up. All right, so that goes to Infinity and More for $18. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone. Did something else sell that? Okay, so I still have, okay, so we got the toothpick holders. Oh, Heidi did get that. Okay. All right, so folks, so the only thing that I have left is the glass shoes book. So if anybody wants that, just throw that in for $10. So just put in a 10 and boom, it's yours. That's the last book of the night. And that's the only book that I have left that didn't sell. So I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in. I know this isn't like my typical sale. If you would like me to continue doing themed sales, I most definitely will. I do have some hankies, like I would love to do a hanky sale. I'm thinking I can just do offer ups on those as well, like maybe start them out at $1 a piece. And you can stack up on those and they won't cost you a lot to ship because they're light. I do have some like jewelry that I want to sell that I bought out of I bought a whole jewelry box full of clip-on earrings. I asked mom, or I didn't ask her, I just was showing mom all of it because she likes to see what I buy. And she helped me sort out like all the earrings that were in there. And there were a couple of other pieces as well. So that way it's themed. Like if somebody wants a bunch of hankies, they absolutely can go crazy. And if I start them out at $1 a piece, I know someone will absolutely love them. So right after I end this stream, I'm going to go ahead and get the books packed up, weighed, and invoice to you all. And yes, Frida, I do the industrial sales with Katie we haven't really been doing sales lately. The holiday season, I was not doing anything because you all know retail is stressful that time of year. But Katie and I do like to do the industrial sales. I know that she just moved, so I'm trying to give her some time to settle into her apartment and, just get situated. And of course, we're going to try to shoot for March and do a sale then. Yeah, so that's what's going to be up for grabs. Sherry, I was at a place called Country Road Antiques, which is in Newmarket, Virginia, and it's an indoor flea market. They advertise it as antiques and collectibles, I think, so there's a pish posh of everything in there. And I was looking around at all the stuff that was there, and I think there's like one big room that's got a bunch of different little rooms in it. And I come out and I see this bookshelf, and I'm like, okay, well, what's in here? And I see books like the Majolica and the Hall China and stuff like that. And I know that people like to look at books like that because they're learning about it. And when I can find them for good prices, I can offer them to you all, and we'll still get a good deal on them. So anytime I can find those books, because I know people like them, I'll pick them up if they're reasonable enough for me to buy, and I can offer them reasonable to you all. So, I'm always on the lookout for stuff that you all like and I can sell directly to you all. Of course, I look for stuff from my eBay store as well, because there are items that necessarily for me wouldn't sell well here. They would do better online. And plus, with it being on eBay, it's open to basically the whole US because I don't ship really outside of the US at all. But yeah, I mean, if I can find stuff for good deals for my live sales, y'all get them for good deals too. So again, if there is anybody who is interested in that glass shoe reference book, you can just throw a 10 in the chat. I don't want to keep y'all too much longer because I'm sure there's other places to go. I don't normally do sales on Thursdays, so I'm not sure who is up after me or if there's somebody on live right now that I'm not aware of. So thank you all again for tuning in, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye, guys. Take care. Thank you very much.